The introduction of comprehensive sexuality education, also known as life skills and health education, has given young people an opportunity for easy access to life skill and health information. This information is vital in decision making by the young people, and it protects them against sexual exploitation. What are young people saying?
Well, I think it's really a good vehicle because if a young person is able to learn about the comprehensive sexuality education in school, it's something that is a gospel truth. You know, when something comes from their teacher, they're able to understand that this is right.
There is a lot of information out there. Young people have a lot of information, and they're getting this information from different sources. So you find that there are some that have adequate information, and others have there's so much misconception when you go around these schools, when you go around these communities, because there are so many people that are giving them information. They're getting information from their peers, they're getting information from these different organizations. So there is so much information out there at the end, which is leading young people to have so much misunderstandings on this sexuality and also just sexuality.
What are some of their concerns?
Sadly, the cases of HIV and teen pregnancies in Zambia, especially Livingstone, are going very high.
Okay.
On a sad note, I feel they have information, but the question is, do they understand the information that's been given? That's where the question lies. Okay. So information is there, but then it's not really understood because it's not even translated in most of the languages. Even in Braille, it's not there. So is it being understood by young people? That's the question. So that's why we're having these cases rising. And if we're going to talk about issues of how young people can protect themselves, especially girls, we should not forget to deal with the mental aspect, because as much as you give me information on how I can protect myself, if I'm not mentally stable to protect myself, if I don't set it in my mind that I can really protect myself aside from just depending on the opposite sex, then it's not going to be worth it. I want them to really be direct, but then they should be direct in an age-appropriate manner. Mm-hmm. It's an error for you to just go direct to a 7-year-old child and tell them, hey, this is this. So I think I would like them to be on point, but then also consider the age that they're being on point to and what they're going to say to that age.
What are other stakeholders saying on this matter?
Information is power. Yes, so if young people have information, the correct and right information, they'll be able to use it to make wise decisions. But I think from my view, what has been happening is that young people have been given half-baked information. So when it comes to contraceptives, it is good information for people to know so that they can make a sound decision. But when it is half-baked, for example, young people, adolescents are just given information on how they can prevent pregnancy. Yeah, it is not correct information, because they need to know to say, aside from pregnancy, there's also infections such as STIs. We need to provide young people with the valid information that is going to help them make a decision whether to be able to access or use that contraceptive or not.
Mr. Samson Japao is Principal Curriculum Specialist in charge of the Faculty of Natural Sciences at the Ministry of Education.
Yeah, so the intentions of comprehensive sexuality education was that we were to provide it as a curriculum-led intervention where we provide knowledge, skills, and positive attitudes to our learners to make informed decisions about their well-being. And by so doing, it was anticipated that we are going to have very healthy outcomes for our learners, because then they would have the knowledge, they will be able to make those informed decisions indeed.
Meanwhile, Mr. Njapao explains that the implementation has been going on well and integrated perfectly in the education system.
It creates awareness for our learners. So it provides knowledge, it provides skills, as well as positive attitudes through the teaching and learning process, whereby the learners will be able to make informed decisions about the choices they make. And we felt that I think that was the way to go, to be able to equip our learners, both boys and girls, with this kind of information, so that ultimately they'll be able to know and be able to make those critical but well-meaning decisions.
As observed, Life skills and health education, formerly known as comprehensive sexuality education, is very important as it increases awareness levels among the young people of their health. It also builds capacity for life skills development and protects young people from making wrong life decisions. It is hoped that more stakeholders and communities will continue supporting this initiative in its implementation as a way of empowering the girl child. Nelson Zulu for QTV News in Livingstone, Southern Province, Zambia.